What's happening, you beautiful fuckers? Game Dev Tycoon is coming to Switch. Okay, I got a little bit too excited there. Let me explain. Me and Game Dev Tycoon have a special relationship. It's similar to the relationship between an addict and crystal meth, and school children from Doncaster and crystal meth. So the idea of being able to take my addictions on the go, once the world stops burning anyway, is pretty appealing. And while we aren't sure whether this port will have any of that classic Switch port funk, let's have a look at the PC version released in 2012. Consider this video part game review, and part support group meeting. As you may have grasped from the title, Game Dev Tycoon is, shock horror, a tycoon game. You play an 80s computer nerd in his garage, armed with a chunky home computer and a dream. A dream to become the biggest game developer of all time, and get all the cold hard cash and beautiful women that come with that title. But to do this, you need to actually make games. You are not Valve just yet.
Oh my god! Yes! Yes!
This is the bulk of the game playing Game Dev Tycoon, coming up with a funny name, deciding on a genre, platform, and engine, allocating time into each aspect of development, before releasing to the ravenous public. From here the game is feverishly critiqued by mouth breathers with no self-awareness, and these scores influence how well the game sells. Because that's how it works in real life. Now this may not seem like much on its own, and perhaps it's not, or maybe, you lack the sophistication to appreciate an evening of slider adjustment games and Burger King nuggets like I can. But trust me, it's pretty damn good. Game Dev Tycoon is another example of a simple premise done really well, and while the base gameplay may be simple, it's the mechanics around it that make it such an engaging experience. The score of each game depends on many factors, and making sure that you select the correct console or topic, or prioritize the correct aspects of development, is the difference between making a great game or making a steaming pile of ride to hell retribution.
It's time to stop!
And all this takes place on a somewhat realistic timeline of the history of the games industry. Platforms are introduced and removed, different genres become popular at different times, and this can force you to adjust the games you're creating to meet the demands of the market. While I enjoy this feature, this is one of the places where the replayability of the game is reduced, as the timeline and success of the various platforms is fixed. And if you know even a little bit about the history of video games, then you'll know there's not much longevity in making games for the Dreamcast. The game displays all its mechanics in a clear, easy to understand format, in a way that even the most brain-dead caveman could understand, and I should know. I'm the fucking caveman. The formatting of the game's information combined with the charming graphics and relaxing music are really the game's greatest strength, and are the primary reason that I've accidentally played this game till 4 AM way too many times. Without a doubt I could definitely recommend Game Dev Tycoon. It may be one of the most comfy games I've ever played, and at £6.99 on Steam, it's an absolute steal. Not nearly as much of a steal as the ducks in the park though. Did you know they're free? You can literally take them home.